Hello! Welcome to Maggie's Magical Moon Ceremonies. I'm on the banks of the Rogue River here today to celebrate this really beautiful breakthrough Leo full moon at 16 degrees with you today. Welcome, I'm so grateful you're here. The energies of this full moon peak on February 5th at 10:28 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. This really is a very big moon cycle. We're dealing with a lot of different energies, and there's lots of square energy here that's here to help us grow, break out of our patterns, and expand more into the love that we are. So with every full moon, we have the sun opposite the moon at 16 degrees of Aquarius, and we have this really epic square with Uranus. So Uranus, the planet of ascension, the planetary ruler of Aquarius, the planet of vibration. Wherever Uranus is always calling for us to raise our vibration, to ascend our vibration, to release densities and ascend into lighter vibrations that are more harmonious, that are lighter, sweeter, easier to feel. Uranus is in Taurus right now and has been for a couple years and will be for a few more years. And it's really calling for us to ascend the frequency of Mother Earth, to release density and to bring the vibration up collectively for everyone. And in this square to Leo and Aquarius, Aquarius is the axis of the self, who shines from their heart as the star that they are. When Leo energy is fully aligned, it's like somebody being completely in their heart and shining completely as themselves, as the individual, as the self that they are. And Aquarius is the energy of the collective. It's the vibration of the group of people. It's when there's no person that stands out, when we're all the same. It's more of that, it's not quite unity consciousness, but it's that energy of group versus the self, the individual. Leo's associated with the heart. It's about love. It's about creativity and romance. It's about our heart's deepest wishes and desires. And I feel here like Uranus is really calling for us to ascend the way that we connect with our hearts, to bring our vibration up. 16 degrees, a net 7, is a degree of spirit, a degree of karma, of dharma, of intuition, our psychic abilities, of our deepest connection to source. And wherever you see 7, it's very faded. So we have this series of faded full moons at net 7 degrees, 16 degrees. And this one is one of those. And I feel this very much so that we're being offered this template to release karma, release patterning, because karma is just patterning, release vibrational patterning and patterning that's out of alignment with the love that we are, Leo, to expand our vibration and raise it up so that it's more in alignment with these frequencies of heaven on earth, Uranus and Taurus. And we do that by, if you break down 16, 6 is the degree of receiving. It's the degree of the divine feminine. It's the degree of harmony, of balance, of grace, of beauty. And 1 is the degree of love. It's the degree of Leo. So it's aligning, it's harmonizing. It's receiving from the divine to harmonize with the frequencies of our heart so that we then raise our vibration. And when one individual raises their vibration, it affects the collective. That's the amazing thing about this axis, is the self. You can't separate the self from the whole, right? Like, you just can't. But your heart is still special and unique, and it's still here to shine and vibrate specifically as you, as the divine soul treasure, as your essence that is your heart, the beautiful being that is you. And so it's finding a way to honor the fact that we are not separate from one another, that we're all mirrors of one another, yet we are here to shine as the beautiful, courageous, loving being that we are. We all came here to Mother Earth to do this right now. We're all full of courage. Like, if you really stop and think about it, it's a very, very beautiful time to be alive, and we chose to come here now to be a part of this ascension process. And it's not necessarily easy. And this energy isn't necessarily easy energy. It can be really uncomfortable for a lot of people. Uranus is breakdown, breakthrough energy. So people who are like in full alignment and they've been really doing their work, they've been really going internal, connecting with their heart, connecting with source, you know, they could have these like quantum level leaps in consciousness right now and awakenings. There's lots of insights and awakening energy with this. It's incredible. But if you're really far off path, Uranus can break things down. It can shift things suddenly. There's definitely sudden shifts possible with this, surprises, exciting things. It could have the energy of like, you know, accidents, so be careful out there. Go slow, listen to your heart. The key with these energies, we also have a Venus-Mars square, and so the keys with these energies right now, with these powerful square energies in the cosmos, is to just go slow and tap into your heart frequency and listen and be guided by your heart in every moment. The potential for massive shifts in consciousness is huge with this energy though. And of course it's going to be affecting you differently depending on which house these planets are lying in, right? So it could be affecting you in relationships, it could be affecting you in your manifestation, your money house, it could be affecting you in your career. There's what's called a T-square with the opposition and then Uranus right here. So one of the ways that I see out through the energy of the T-square is through the energy of Scorpio. It's through where the South Node is right now. The South Node is at 7 degrees of Scorpio for this full moon. Not quite a conjunction. I mean, we're 9 degrees away, but it's the degree, the South Node, where the South Node is where we're collectively releasing, right? And so right now, if we allow ourselves to go in as deep as we can into our unconscious and subconscious, meditation is a beautiful thing to be doing right now with this full moon, and allow those frequencies, those densities that no longer serve to release. Release work is very powerful full moon for manifestation and releasing what no longer serves. Very beautiful energies of you know, conscious creation available with this full moon. So I will of course be doing ceremonies today, and then again when the energies of this full moon peak. It's an incredibly powerful time of release and manifestation. So, you know, if it feels uncomfortable, try as much as you can to stay in your heart and the discomfort, because these energies are just, they do that to us. With Venus and Mars square, we're really working with our feminine and masculine aspects. We're having to balance how we push forward and act to create and how we open up to receive. And Venus is in Pisces, and so she's really wanting us to open up to Holy Spirit, open up to our intuition, open up our psychic abilities. And Mars in Gemini, Mars has just come off of this really long retrograde process in Gemini, where we've really reformulated our thinking. We've released old thinking patterns that no longer serve, and we're in a process of up-leveling the way that we pattern our mind, the way that we use our mind to create vibration, create connection with source, create heaven on earth around us, right? Because all states of consciousness all go into the creation process. So with this long retrograde in Mars, we've been reformulating our thinking. And then Mercury has been retrograde in Capricorn, and Mercury is in a sextile to Venus. Well, actually, it's kind of that's a long orb. I wouldn't quite call it a sextile. It's pretty far apart. We have Venus at 12 degrees of Pisces, and we have Mercury at 22 degrees of Capricorn. So they're definitely in supportive angles to one another, though. And it really is, we're wanting to align our mental frequencies with this idea of opening to the divine, really opening our mind, opening our intuition, opening our channel to receive from Holy Source. And when we have the Mars and the Venus square, it can be a little uncomfortable. We can find ourselves maybe getting in mental patterning that's no longer serving. But just coming off of this Mars retrograde, it's really, really beneficial to, again, go slow and to think about how we're thinking, to stop and be consciously aware of the thoughts that we're having, and shift those ones that aren't supportive of what we want and what we're here to create, and how we're here to receive at the highest levels from source energy, how we're here to be really an open channel of the divinity that we are, and express that in our every now moments through the frequency of our heart. So all of these energies are related, and they're all about up-leveling into this moment-to-moment reality where we're living more in alignment with the frequency of the love that we are, which is beautiful, right? We have, you know, this Venus square Mars there's an emphasis on partnerships. There's a real healing that is open and available to long-term partnership and marriages right now, that could require growth and expansion because of this Venus square Mars. Like, it will likely require growth and expansion, but the healing's available because we have Chiron conjunct Juno. We have Chiron at 12 degrees of Aries and Juno at 11 degrees of Aries. And Jupiter's at 6 degrees of Aries, so it's only 6 degrees away from Chiron. And I find this to be very important. I find this full moon specifically to be very important because, to me, once you have two planets at a 6-degree orb from one another, they're receiving from one another, because 6 is the degree of receiving, is the degree of the divine feminine. 6 is about the, you know, that's the closest that I would consider a conjunction. And Chiron now, through, I think it's for several months now, Chiron and Jupiter are going to be conjunct. And what that means is that the healing frequencies available on this planet are just going to continue to increase over the next couple months as we get nearer and nearer to exact conjunction between Jupiter and Chiron. And they're about healing of the self, healing of the individual, healing of the ego and the masculine energies, the energies that are, you know, toxic masculinity, the energies of the outworn, aggressive, push energy. You know, this is the time that we're healing the divine masculine, and Jupiter is here to make it expansively available to everyone. And with Juno conjunct Chiron and Jupiter right now, there's just an amazing opportunity to heal long-term partnerships and relationships. So if you are in a long-term partnership or relationship and you have been experiencing some difficult energies, know that you have access to these higher frequencies, these healing frequencies right now, to actually really shift and change and heal that partnership or that relationship. Also, our pattern of relating and partnering with people will be healing with this Juno conjunct Jupiter. So those of us that aren't in partnership or relationship, this is still very healing for us, for when we do move into that in our lives, if that is something that we're called to do, to be in a long-term partnership or marriage. So it's really beautiful and really beneficial that this is in a supportive angle. Juno, Jupiter, and Chiron are in a supportive angle to the moon and the sun. So there's a healing of the heart and a healing of our vibration that is being accessed, in an expansion of those frequencies and expansion of the heart that's happening. It's very much aligned. We also have these in a positive angle to Mars, in a sextile to Mars in Gemini, again supporting that healing of that mental patterning, so that it's more in alignment with what we want to see. We really want to shift our thinking to be conscious and aware when we're on that hamster wheel that's thinking those thoughts and saying those things, that is just the continued conscious creation or unconscious creation of what we don't want to see. Being incredibly conscious and mindful of our mental field and our communication is one of the most powerful ways that we can affect shifts in our vibrational, energetic reality. It's directly linked. So this is all really supported right now. The North Node is at 7 degrees of Taurus, so it's, 7 is, like I said earlier, it's a degree of Holy Spirit, it's a degree of fate, a degree of karma or dharma. And to me, we're aligning the collective energy. The North Node is collective destiny. It's where we're moving collectively. And this to me is a heaven on earth degree. It's in Taurus, so we're aligning collectively, aligning the frequencies with the energies of heaven on earth with this full moon. So it's really lovely. I love it. We still have Pluto at 28 degrees of Capricorn, and it's conjunct Mercury. Not exactly yet, but it's at a 6-degree orb. So our mind is receiving transformation from Pluto, and we're aligning our mind with this, like, transforming like structural reality around us. We're understanding, we're now able to understand, after all this work that we've done, after all these different energy shifts, that our mind is incredibly powerful, and we can use it to transform the structural reality around us. And also there's a realization of how we've mentally created the structural reality in our life up to now. So it's highly illuminating. And this Mercury is on, it's at 22 degrees, which is the degree where Saturn conjuncted Pluto in January of 2020, which was, that's such an epic event. 22 is a quantum degree. So this is taking us back to that time, that, like, directly pre-COVID time, where we're totally different now. We've changed. Our mental fields have changed, our energetic fields, our emotional fields, everything, our physical being has really shifted in the last couple years, and this is highlighting that and using our mental field to highlight that. It's really incredible. We have Mercury in a sextile to Neptune. So again, that's supportive. So we're again helping to align our mind and our thinking and our communication with our soul's highest path for this lifetime, with that divine dharma that we're here to serve from as the beautiful heart frequency that we are. We have Ceres trine Mars in opposite Jupiter with this full moon. So this, to me, Ceres is our ability to nurture and nourish ourselves and each other. Ceres is the Earth Mother goddess, the goddess of harvest and abundance. But she really carries this energy of nourishment and nurturing. And she's in a supportive angle to Mars, so we're learning how to nurture and nourish our mental field, our thinking at a much higher level with this energy, and being opposite Jupiter. She's 6 degrees opposite Jupiter at 6 degrees, and I'm just seeing this, they're actually exactly opposite to the minute. They're both 6 degrees and 58 seconds to the minute at the full moon. So this is really significant. This is how we, Jupiter is our belief systems, and it's our beliefs about ourselves, and it's a beliefs about ourselves as beautiful, like harmonious, loving, grace-filled beings on this planet, right? Because 6 is the degree of Venus, the degree of Libra, the degree of balance, the degree of beauty, of grace, of harmony, the degree of receiving. So Ceres opposite this in the home sign of 6 at 6 degrees of Libra is really calling for us to harmonize our ability to nurture and nourish ourselves in our relationship to ourselves, because it's the first decan of Libra, and Libra is about relationships. So it's how we relate to ourselves, and Jupiter is opposite, and it's about what we believe about ourselves, and then how do we nourish ourselves from this new belief system, this more expanded belief system that understands that we're all beautiful, we're all full of grace, we're all harmonizers in one way or another, and we're all worthy of harmony, we're all worthy of beauty, we're all worthy of these more yummy aspects of life, and how do we nurture and nourish ourselves in our relationship with ourselves, so that we are expressing the belief systems that help to bring about that reality to us. And it's our belief systems about ourselves. It's our relationship to ourselves, how we nourish ourselves in that way, and our belief systems about ourselves. So when we're in balance and we're nurturing and nourishing ourselves in our relationship to ourselves, we're gonna have higher belief systems about ourselves, right? So that's what the balance is called for with this opposition. I think it's really powerful, especially whenever you have something to the minute. I didn't see that until now. They're both 658. That's incredibly potent and powerful with this energy. I'm just looking to see if there's anything else that I'm called to talk about. There's always more, but I think that might be complete for me now. It's really beautiful energy that we can really quantum level and really move into patterning that's more in alignment with the love that we are, and creating patterns of vibrating now as the love that we are. That's what we're called to do, and we're going to be helped by Uranus, and that help may or may not feel really great, and it may or may not feel really uncomfortable. And I want to add, even if the changes and shifts in quantum level leaping that's happening is positive, like feels positive, even if it feels like something you want, right? Because everything is for us. So even if something shows up as a breakdown, it's for us. But even if it's something you're calling in and it shows up in your field and you have this beautiful breakthrough and like quantum leap, it can still feel really uncomfortable, because anytime we're shifting our frequency to a new frequency, it's new. We haven't felt it before. We haven't done it before. So regardless of where you are in the process, just hold yourself really gently at this time, because the frequencies are raw. They're powerful, and they're calling for this expansion into love, and they're just different than we've felt in the past. So love yourself as beautifully and as gently and as compassionately as you can during this time, and please love each other, because there could be true shifts in relationships at this time in every aspect of that meaning. So much love to you. We'll go ahead and have a little ceremony with the angels now to really ride these beautiful vibrations to a more ascended place and help ground them here on the earth. Holy source of all that is, Mother Goddess, Father God, Holy Inner Child, beautiful archangels of the Christ-like consciousness, beautiful guardian archangels of Mother Earth, Archangel Uriel, Archangel Gabriel, Archangel Michael, and Archangel Raphael, beautiful benefic beings of the earthly realms and the cosmic realms, beings known and unknown, ascended masters, gods and goddesses throughout all time, the animal spirits of this planet, the beautiful energies of the earth, the energies of the sacred four directions, the elements, the air, the water, the earth, the fire, the beautiful plant energies, all of the beautiful, mystical, magical, ascended, benefic energies here, helping Mother Earth to ascend, helping humans to ascend, helping us to know the love that we are more fully, more completely, more unified in every now moment. We thank you for joining us in this sacred ceremony today. All of the planets, the stars, the luminary bodies, the asteroids, the angles that they make to one another. Thank you. Thank you for loving us and supporting us. Beautiful, beautiful energies. Thank you for guiding us to the higher frequency range of your energies, so that we are living being, breathing, receiving and expressing in every now moment at the highest level that these energies express. That we're able to receive these energies, integrate them into every bit of our beingness, from the most micro aspect of our being to the most macro aspect of our being. And we're able to open to receive that to every bit of our beingness and ground it here on Mother Earth through these beautiful physical vessels that we are. We thank you, guardian archangels of Mother Earth, Archangel Uriel, Archangel Michael, Archangel Gabriel, and Archangel Raphael, for helping us to ground these energies into Mother Earth. Thank you, Archangel Sandalphon, the beautiful archangel, for helping us to ground these beautiful, incredible, harmonious heaven on earth frequencies that are pouring into the planet now, that are here opening us, wanting us to open, to shift, to grow, to change. Allow us to do that with the most gentleness, the most grace, the most ease that is available to us now. So that these shifts and these changes and these elevations in consciousness and awakenings are gentle to our spirits and our souls, to ourselves and one another. Allow us to be gentle to ourselves. Allow us to connect into the frequency of our heart, of the being that we are, the source self that we are. Allow us to learn how to shine that out brightly and beautifully for the world to see, while honoring one another, while honoring the collective unity, the mirror that we all are to one another. Help us to live in a state of balanced harmony, receiving and acting with grace and love and peace in every now moment. Aligned completely with the source self that we are, with the source of all that is, this beautiful formless substance of love that's in and throughout everything. May we know that, feel that, be that, express that, serve from that in every now moment. And may we utilize these energies in a way that we're able to do that with the utmost grace and ease and love. For the highest good of Mother Earth, for the highest good of Holy Source, for the highest good of all of the humans that have ever existed, past, present, and future, in every timeline, lifetime, quantum reality and existence. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We love you. We're so grateful to awaken to these heaven on earth frequencies available to all of us now, and shine them out from our beautiful individual heart for the highest good of all. And so it is. Blessed be. Thank you. Thank you, beautiful people. Thank you for joining me. Be gentle with your heart. Be gentle with each other. And love the process. Lots of love.